Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Rise of the Beasts. I think this is, from the new Autobots Unite. This is Energon Bumblebee, which for those Hawkeye viewers out there will notice that this is a repackage of the Bumblebee Energon Igniters from the same name movie. Now, to be honest, I didn't purchase any of these, so this is completely new to me. This is the larger sized figure. It's going to take 9 steps to transform, and yeah, it is really big. This is a much bigger than the smaller ones that you have seen. In fact, I'm going to show you very quickly. That's him next to a G1 Optimus Prime, or I suppose more so for those collecting newer figures. If I bring in a deluxe strong arm, granted he's probably raised up, but he is much bigger than a standard deluxe figure. So as I say, they've just repackaged him. We've got Rise of the Beasts, and as I say, they're calling it Autobots Unite. And I'm not too sure what the scene in the background is. We've got no NASCAR lines. I've quickly just undone this sellotape so we can get inside. I've not done this one to see how he's packaged up and get the instructions out as well. So there you go. That is how they're all packaged up. I'm going to set him free from there and come straight back to you. Okay, so I've set him free from the packaging, and you know what, I'm quite surprised with this guy. I mean, just I suppose how big he is. Again, I suppose to give you an idea of how big he is, if I bring in a standard Voyager class figure, he is just as big as that. Now, I suppose just to clarify what I said in the first part as well about saying I didn't purchase any of these, I meant I didn't buy any of the original Energon Igniters of this particular mold. Now, it does feel really light, and I don't want to say basic, it just feels light and hollow, which, you know, it really is. If I open the legs out like there, you can see it really is exactly that. It is hollow there, hollow in the insides, and I suppose, yeah, exactly that. But I mean, let's be honest, this must be aimed at, yeah, a younger audience, shall we say. The detail on the figure, though, is still pretty good. The head sculpt doesn't do anything. It looks down, but that's for transformation, obviously, but it's still really detailed. The shoulders will go around. The fists are just literally hanging there. I presume that's for transformation, and there's no waist swivel either. The legs are the same. They won't come forwards or backwards. They'll just go out to the side. And to be honest, this all looks like it's all going to fold over itself. There isn't really an ankle tilt and rock. Again, this is all for transformation, and I completely confused myself because I was looking for some instructions in the back of that, but I've realized there isn't any there. They are on the back there, and to be honest, they are not very clear, so I'm going to have a go at uploading some transformation instructions for you as well. But as far as first impressions go, I think for the size of the figure and for what he looks like, you know, there's a detail there on the mold, it's not too bad. Right, let's have a look at him in his alternate mode, and then we can see how this gimmick works. Okay, so we're back, and he's in his alternate mode. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. Main reason is to keep the length of the video down, and the second is because I've uploaded a tutorial, because to be honest, these are quite difficult to understand, so I hope you find the tutorial useful. Now, the figure itself, again, it's not too bad. It looks okay. All of the wheels do go round, no problem whatsoever. It serves its purpose as a car. Now, you're probably wondering why I've not closed this up. I'm wondering if you actually can. I think you can, but it doesn't go together very well. If I was to show you this, it just seems, see, you've got loads of gaps. You've got these big gaps here around the side like so, and the reason for that is because you're going to be putting this engine in, which I'm going to show you, which is the main gimmick in a second. But if I sort of close that up as best I can, it doesn't close. It looks okay. You've got the painted windows. Obviously everything is the robot underneath because it was really hollow, but again, it looks okay. And compared to size, look, it's bigger than Dragstrip, which is a large deluxe vehicle. I've also got the JP truck here as well, and it's as big as that. So, you know, as I say, this is a nice big figure, to be honest. Right, let's move this out of the way. I suppose if you collect G1 and you want an idea of size, it's huge compared to his Generation 1 counterpart. And indeed, I've got another couple of Bumblebees here to do a couple more size comparisons. So there's another Rise of the Beasts one, and there is an Earthspark flip changer. So just to give you an idea of, I suppose, the size of this particular figure for its price point. There we go. That'll make it interesting still in the final part of the video. Right, so let's have a look at this gimmick then. So this gimmick is Energon Igniters, because these things here are the engines, and it works but like this. You press this down and that fires this wheel around. Now again, this isn't the easiest to attach, so let's take these, fold these right the way out like so, and then we're going to get this. Make sure that you've got the two silver parts pointing forward, and then this blue tab will fit underneath the bumper. That's going to push right in, and you need to make sure that you can see there that all the wheels are now on the floor. So the reason for that is because if I pop that there and if I press this down, it will shoot off, which is quite a cool gimmick, to be honest. I'm just going to show you that once more. Press this down, and then the car will drive off, to be honest, at some speed. So that tends to work really well. So that's the main gimmick. It looks pretty reasonable, to be honest, and I think it can display anyway in either mode. So let's come back for the final time for some final thoughts with him in his robot mode. Okay, then back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and to be honest, again, I'm pleasantly surprised with this figure. I think the gimmick in the other mode was brilliant. The only negative, in fact, it's perhaps me nitpicking, but that's because it's not part of the gimmick, is that there's nothing for him to do really when he's in robot mode. He isn't really that articulate, and he hasn't got any accessories. I mean, you can, if you wanted to, put the engine in his hand, but you can't do anything with it, and it just looks a little daft, to be honest. And it will, of course, make him top heavy because the figure is quite empty. However, if you're buying this as a present and you've got other Transformers, or the other person has, because he's got the standard 5mm holes in his fists, these are drag strips weapons. You can put them in his hands, he can carry them around. I mean, this again, it's universal, so the brilliance of this is exactly that. That Studio Series 86 Rhinox's great big mallet, as you can see, it works with them all. I'm just going to give you a few more quick size comparisons with this figure if you're wondering how big he is compared to some other figures. So we've got mainline core class, we've got mainline leader class. Now this, oh, there goes Prime, he'll come in a minute, is obviously a big leader class, but as you can see, he's not far off him. He is definitely as big as a Voyager, definitely as big as a Voyager. Optimus was dying to get involved in the action, so let's bring him in. So he's bigger than a Generation 1, just about, Optimus Prime. And again, with regards to today's size figures, there is a deluxe class Strong Arm. Here is a Warrior class Earthspark Megatron. And then for people who don't collect any of these and they collect other companies, there is New Age David. So he's huge. He's going to be massive compared to all of these. Magic Square and Iron Factory. So yeah, a nice big figure, a nice bit of fun. I think, again, perfect for the audience and the age range that it's aimed at. It's a lot of fun and it's great, to be fair. And I think, as I say, in vehicle mode, it looks stunning as well. So there you go. This concludes the Bumblebee from the Rise of the Beasts Autobots Unite toy line. Let me know what you think of them in the comments, guys. Take care.